welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a declutter video. So if you want to see what I've got in today's declutter, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family, hit that subscribe button and shoot that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. So jumping in to the primers, I don't keep many primers purely because I do react to a lot of them. So any primers that I've reacted to, I've already decluttered, I've passed on to friends and family members. So I normally only keep stuff that I am okay with and I don't react to. So we'll jump into the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So this is the exact same. This is actually my Ride or Die primer. It's just the original version, not the newer versions. And you can see here I am almost out again, and I reckon this is probably my 6th or 7th tub of this now. Absolutely love it. And when it goes on sale, I normally like to stock up. So I do have a spare here. So I am going to keep these in my collection because these are my favourite. Okay, so the next one is this Nude by Nature Airbrush Mineral Primer. I think I'm going to declutter this one. I do like it. I haven't reacted to it. I actually got this in my advent calendar my mother-in-law made for me for 2020, where I was doing the whole face of Nude by Nature products. So it is quite hydrating. It is nice. It does not do anything for my pores though, and it does have a strong fragrance. So it's almost like floral. I mean, I don't mind it, but it is very strong and I don't normally like fragranced products. So I am going to declutter this one. Also, you are meant to use it within 6 months and it has been 12 months or 11 months right now. So yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. And the last primer I've got here is from e.l.f. and it is the Hydrating Face Primer. And I actually really like this as well. I used this one before I fell in love with this one. And I like to use this when I'm having any dry issues of my skin. I will still use this over top as well. But this one is a lot more hydrating and my skin looks a lot nicer when it is dry if I use this one. So this one here, I think I am getting close to being empty on it. So I'm going to keep it in my collection for now, but I will repurchase this when I run out. So for the primers, I have kept the e.l.f. ones and I have decluttered the Nude by Nature. Okay, so for my foundations, this is what I have kept in my drawer. So I will jump into this Napoleon one here on the side first. Now, this is actually my oldest foundation that I own. I used to solely use Napoleon pre getting into makeup. And this was my absolute favourite finishing powder. So I would actually use a primer, then I would use a stick foundation, a liquid concealer, and then I would go in with this powder foundation to finish it all off. So this is what it looks like. So that's the sponge and that is the powder. Now this has been in my collection for, I want to say, like 3 or 4 years. So it is time to get rid of it. I don't actually ever use it. I just literally keep it and reminisce about it. It is the Camera Finish Powder Foundation in Natural Look N2, and on the front is just some foundation that I used when I needed to mix some up together. But I'm going to actually declutter this. I don't have the space to hoard stuff that I'm not going to be using. It was in this cute little pouch as well, so you could put it in your bag. But it's well and truly expired, so I'm definitely not going to keep this. And I know that I'm not going to repurchase it because it actually did nothing for my skin, and looked quite cakey the way I used to do my makeup. So I will be getting rid of this one. So the next foundation is actually samples, and these are from She Glam. So you can buy these for like, I think $1. So I have 2 warm vanilla here, which is too dark for me. So I'm going to declutter these ones and pass it on to someone else that could potentially use it. And the other 2 shades is Porcelain and Fair. The Fair suits me a lot nicer. Porcelain is a little bit too light. It's a little bit yellow undertoned as well, whereas I pull more like a rosy undertone. So the fair definitely suits me better. I'm going to keep this because I did actually like the Sheer Glam foundation, but I don't think I like it enough to buy a proper big tube of it. So I will declutter the porcelain as well, just because it is a little bit too light. So the next one is this Nude by Nature. It is a natural mineral cover light. So it is a powder foundation. It just comes in this cute little tub here. Again, I got this last year in the advent calendar. And this is what it looks like. It is literally just a powder foundation. I am not a powder foundation person, and I think I used it maybe once after the advent calendar, and I have not picked it back up again. So I'm going to declutter this because it has been 12 months. The expiry is 24 months, so it does still have some life left in it. So I will see if a friend or family member wants it, and then I do still have a local place that I can donate some used makeup to, so I will pop it in that if no one picks it up out of my friends and family. So the next one is this Infallible 24-hour Freshware foundation. Now this is that TikTok foundation. So this is in the shade 130 beige or true beige. This one has 24-month expiry. I did try and use this. It has a mirror, it has the little sponge. I tried multiple different ways. I could not get this to work for my skin type, and it just looks really cakey and dry. So I'm actually going to declutter this. I know a lot of people love it, so this is going to be a controversial product, but it was not for me and my skin type. So this next foundation is from Flower Beauty, and it is the Get Real Serum foundation, and this is in the shade Porcelain L1. Now I did like this one. It is a no makeup kind of foundation. As it says, it is a serum foundation, so it doesn't give you very much coverage. But I don't have room to keep lots of stuff, so I'm going to declutter it because I think I can count on one hand how many times I've actually picked it up. So yeah, I'm going to declutter it and see if anyone else wants to try it out, and if not, I will donate it. So the next foundation is also from Flower Beauty, and it is their Light Illusion foundation. It is the Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel. So this is the shade Ivory L2. Now I have only picked this up and used it a handful of times as well. It does say that it has expired already, July 2021. So I am going to declutter this. The shade was definitely off for me. It was a bit too dark. So I'm happy to declutter that one and yeah, get it out of my collection. I do like it, but there's others that I have that I prefer a lot more. So this next foundation is from Rimmel, and it is their Lasting Radiance foundation, and it is medium coverage and in the shade 70 Porcelain. Now this here has a 24-month expiry date. I don't mind this, but it definitely doesn't work very well for my hot flushes. I am going to keep it in my collection for now, just because it is one alternative that I have to my standard foundation, and it is pretty good during winter. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one for now. So this next foundation is another controversial one. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now this is in the shade 1C0 Shell. It is a really nice color match for me. It works in winter, but it does not work for me in summer and with my hot flushes. So I am actually going to pass this on to a friend that has been wanting to try it, and I thought I would let them try it before it expires. If they like it, then they can pick up their exact shade that they would need. Mine has the little pump on it here. I bought the pump separately. I think it's from MAC that fits this bottle. So normally it is just a standard lid and you have to put it out on your hand or onto a palette. But yeah, I'm going to pass this on to a friend who has been wanting to try this, because it is like $70 or something, and I don't want it to go to waste. I've used it probably 5 or 6 times now, and I just have not been able to get it to work with my hot flushes for me, unfortunately. This next foundation is from Misha Beauty, and it is their Perfect Cover BB Cream. Now this is in the shade Light Beige, number 21. It has a 12-month expiry. Now this is the BB cream or foundation that I use when I want a more lighter coverage, a natural coverage, or a no makeup look. I tend to grab this one. I have used like half the tube already, so when I don't want full coverage and using my ride or die, this is my ride or die, more natural, lighter coverage. I really like this, and I pick mine up from iHerb because I can get it heaps cheaper on there, and it's something that I will definitely pick up again when I run out. I really do like it. I still do set it with my setting powder, but it is absolutely beautiful on my skin, and it wears really nicely. Like as it starts to wear off, it wears off really nicely. It's not like patchy. So yeah, I really love this product, so I'm 100% keeping this one in my collection. So these next foundations here, as you can see, I have so many of them. Now this is my Ride or Die foundation. So I will just quickly say these two are brand new. They're in the shade 11 Vanilla, and they're still liquid in there. When they go half price, I tend to pick them up. So I think I only paid like $8 or $9 for these. So I'm keeping these 100% because this is my like everyday foundation that I use. It's the foundation I use for when I film, when I go out. It just wears really nice on my skin, and I can get the perfect match with this as well. And it withstands my hot flushes, which I have not found any other foundation full coverage to do that. So I'm keeping those two. Now those were this has had like 2 packaging changes now. So this one here is one of the older packaging. This is in the shade 10 Porcelain. Now I'm going to declutter this one because I've had it open for a while. I was actually using this when I had a shade that was a bit too dark for me, so I was mixing it in. So I'm going to get rid of this one because it is old packaging, so I can't even use it on my channel now. And if you can see there, it looks like as though it is separating, but it's only because it's old. I will definitely be repurchasing this no matter what. So these two here are the newer packaging. So this was the old packaging. It had a facelift and went to, I think, this packaging, and I think this is the way that it looks now. So this is the Vanilla Rose 110. That is my everyday shade. And then I have picked up Porcelain Rose number 90 to replace the other porcelain one that I'm getting rid of. And I just add this in if it's a bit too deep for me. And it does work really nice as a concealer or spot concealing as well. But yeah, I just add the porcelain in if I'm a bit lighter that day, especially in winter because I go even whiter, even though I don't know how that's possible. But yeah, that is the foundations I'm keeping. They are my everyday. I will never declutter these. I will always repurchase these. These are absolutely amazing, and I also never pay full price for these because I know that they're always on sale somewhere. You can get them at like Woolies, Coles here in Australia, like Chemist Warehouse, Priceline. You can get them pretty much everywhere. So these are hands down my favorite, and at all times it's always on sale at least one of the stores. So if I'm running low, I will just check and see who has it the cheapest and go purchase it. I don't think I've ever paid full price for it yet. So the last foundation here is from Catrice Cosmetics. It's the True Skin Hydrating Foundation. It has hyaluronic acid in here, and it is long wearing. Now I've got the shade 10 Cool Cashmere here. Now I actually got this after seeing James Beauty Space try it, and it was absolutely amazing on his skin. Now we can't normally get it here in Australia, but we found a website that we could. I haven't actually tried it as a proper wear test or anything yet. I have swatched it on my face, and this is the perfect shade for me, but I'm going to keep this in my collection because I want to see what I think of it, and I'm excited to give this a try. So for the foundation, we are keeping my L'Oreal, which is my everyday Ride or Die foundation. I'm going to keep the fair shade in the She Glam, the Catrice foundation, which I still want to try, the Rimmel Lasting Radiance foundation, which works for me in winter, and then the Misha Beauty, which works for me as a no makeup or like a BB cream foundation. So these are the ones that I'm going to keep in my collection. So the ones we have decluttered out of the foundation is the Porcelain of the L'Oreal, just because it is old, so that is going to go in the bin, along with the Napoleon powder foundation, that is going to go in the bin as well. Now the rest here I'm going to see if friends and family members want, and if they don't, then I will donate them. But this is the Flower Beauty Serum Foundation, the Light Illusion Flower Beauty Foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I know this is definitely going to a friend who is wanting to try it. The Nude by Nature Powder Foundation, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshware Powder Foundation, and the shades of the She Glam Foundation that don't match my skin tone. Okay, so jumping into concealers, I have this Rare Beauty concealer here. This is in the shade 200C. This is actually from my mother-in-law. She did try it and she did not like it for her skin. Now, it is a bit too dark for me, or a lot dark for me. So I'm going to give it a try as a foundation for me before I get rid of it. Otherwise, I will see if somebody wants it, if I can't get it to work for me. Now it does pull a bit yellow, so I may need to mix it with something else to give it a bit more of a pinky undertone, which is what my skin is, but I will keep this for now. So this next concealer is from L'Oreal Paris. It is the Infallible More Than Concealing Concealer. So this is in the shade 320 Porcelain. I do like this. It isn't the best concealer that I have ever tried out there, but it is nice for more of a hydrating, lighter sort of foundation. It is quite light because I did pick it up in the lighter shade. I'm going to keep this in my collection for now, and if I don't use it very much over the next few months, I will declutter it next time. This next concealer is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is the eraser in 110 Fair. Now, I have gone through a full one of this, and I thought I had another one somewhere, but I can't find it. But I may have decluttered it, it may have got old, but I do really like this. I really like this when I wear my Misha Beauty foundation. It pairs really nice together. This is a brand new one, so this I brought as a backup for when I ran out of the last one, but I think I must have already thrown it out because it is not anywhere to be found. This next concealer is Jeffree Star. Now, I don't like to share any of his products on my channel, so please, if you're seeing this, no hate comments or anything. When I purchased these products, I did purchase them pre all this drama happening, and I do not support him and his products now. I did purchase this a while ago. I already did it. I've already supported him with that. I'm just not supporting him moving forward. So this is in the shade C15. Now this was too dark for me. It was the lightest shade on their website when I purchased it, but I didn't realize that when the ones that were sold out, they would remove them, so I didn't know they actually did lighter shades than this. Now, it is very high coverage. I do like it. I have had it for like 2 years now, and it is not the right shade for me, so I actually never reach for this, so I am going to declutter it. So the next concealer I have here is from Flower Beauty. It is their Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade L1 to 2 Fair. I really like this concealer for when I do a no makeup look, so I'm going to keep this in my collection for now. If I don't keep using it over the next few months, then I will declutter it or pass it on, but I do like this formula, so I'm going to keep it just for now. So this next concealer here is from e.l.f. Now this is the 16-hour Camo Concealer. I absolutely love this stuff. I think this is my second bottle, but I think I got the wrong shade this time because it pulls a bit more yellow. This is in light beige. I really do like it, however, so I'm going to keep it in my collection, and it is definitely one that I will repurchase again. This next concealer is from SheGlam. This is in the shade Vanilla, and it is their 12-hour full coverage concealer. I did like this, but it does smell a bit chemically. I have not picked it up since about 2 weeks after filming my SheGlam video, so I'm going to declutter it because it's just taking up space and I'm not picking it up, and there's other ones that I would prefer to use over this one. So this next concealer is from CoverGirl. It is their True Blend Undercover Concealer, and this is in the shade L100 Fair Porcelain. I really like this. I feel that it is very similar to the e.l.f. concealer, and that is also very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. So I really love this. I do use this quite often, so I'm going to keep it in my collection. This next concealer here is from Nude by Nature. This was another product from my advent calendar. This is the Liquid Mineral Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. I like this for a no makeup day, but I have not picked this up in months now. So I'm going to declutter it because it is taking up space when I'm not using it. So the next concealer is from Tarte Shape Tape. This is their Shape Tape Ultra Creamy. So this is the creamy version, not the original. And this is in the shade 12N Fair Neutral. I use their standard one in 12B Fair Beige, but they don't have that shade in the creamy one, so I went 12N Neutral. I have only just started using this, so I am going to keep it, but I actually want to put it to the test compared to the normal one and this one and see which one I like better, so watch out for that in an upcoming video. So yeah, I'm going to keep it so that I can keep testing it out. It is only a sample size, and that is because I wanted to test it and see if I like this better than the standard one, or if I still prefer the standard one over this. So the next product I've got here is Tarte Shape Tape. This is the Contour Concealer, the original. This is in 12B Fair Beige. This is a brand new one. I have actually just finished my last tub the last time I did my makeup, so it is time for me to pull this out. I did purchase this when Sephora was having a sale, just so I had a backup, and I'm glad I did because yeah, I've run out now, so this will go on my desk. This is my Ride or Die concealer. If I don't use my Shape Tape, I tend to go for the Camo Concealer next, but as you can see the shade difference, this is really nice on my skin, but this shade is a bit too yellow, so these two are what I tend to use the most, and I do really like it. I will definitely repurchase it unless I find out that I prefer the creamy version more. There's the shade difference as well, so 12N Neutral, 12B Fair Beige. So I'm keeping this in my collection. I have probably gone through like 5 tubes of this. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm totally on the hype for this product. So this next concealer I've got here is from Catrice, brand new. I have not opened this yet. This is in the shade, which it doesn't have a name, I don't think. It's just got numbers 10. So this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Porcelain says on the top with number 10. Have not tried it. I ordered it with the Catrice foundation, so I'm wanting to keep this in my collection to give it a try. If I don't like it, I will pass it on and I will let you guys know in a speed review. And the lucky last concealer I have here is actually from Hourglass, and it is their Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the shade Birch. And it looks like this. Now this is brand new. I have not opened it yet. I wanted to try a different foundation other than my Tarte Shape Tape. I've heard so many good things about the Hourglass one, so I'm excited to give this a try. I think I might pull this one out first before I try my Tarte Shape Tape again, and just put it to this test and see if I like this more than the Tarte Shape Tape, which I will update you guys in a future speed review. Okay, so for the concealers here, I'm keeping my Tarte Shape Tape, the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy one, my Instant Age Rewind Eraser, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, all those ones I will repurchase again when I run out. Then I'm also keeping the CoverGirl one, the L'Oreal Infallible. Those two are very similar to the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and Tarte Shape Tape, so I don't know if I will repurchase those again. I think I prefer the e.l.f. Camo Concealer out of those three. So I think I would just repurchase that because they are very similar in formula and coverage, so I don't need all three formulas. I am keeping the Flower Beauty one and the Rare Beauty one for now. If they're not used, I will declutter them. I'm keeping my Hourglass and Catrice because they are brand new and I'm yet to try them, so those will be updated in a future video. And the three concealers I am decluttering is the Nude by Nature one, the Jeffree Star, and the She Glam. Okay, so these are setting powders or finishing powders, whatever you would like to call them. So this is my current collection. So let's start off with this Rimmel Stay Matte transparent, I think it is, powder. This is highly hyped. This is just the transparent shade. I don't mind this for a no makeup day, but it really does nothing for me, so I'm actually going to declutter this one. I just don't reach for it because it does nothing, so yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. So this next one is the KVD Translucent Locket Setting Powder. Now I actually got this in a little birthday kit from Sephora. It came with like a little sample eyeliner and this little sample setting powder. I have tried it a few times. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me. I've got a setting powder that works for me, that does everything, so I just never reach for this, so I'm going to declutter this one as well. The next one is this Nude by Nature Mineral Finishing Veil. So it's just like a translucent powder again. Again, does nothing for me. I've had it in my drawer for about 12 months now. I got it in the advent calendar last year, and I just never reach for it because it really does nothing, so I'm going to get rid of this one as well. The next one is this Fenty Beauty setting powder. So this is the Lavender Pro Filter setting powder. Now unfortunately this one didn't work for my hot flushes. It would probably set my makeup nicely in like winter, but it didn't last for me when I would have my hot flushes. So I'm actually going to pass this on to someone else who is interested in trying out the powder before they purchase it themselves. So yeah, I will re-gift this one on, but I'm going to get rid of it out of my collection. So the lucky last three is all the products that I'm actually going to be keeping. So my Ride or Die finishing powder is the Velvet Finishing Powder from Nikia Joy Cosmetics. This is, I can't even tell you how many tubs I've gone through of this now. But it is absolutely amazing. I use it for everything, whether I do a no makeup or even if I just want a little bit of powder on my face, I use this just by itself as well. So I have actually taken the little piece out of mine, the insert, to stop it from coming out slowly because I'm almost at the end again. Now Nikia Joy Cosmetics just did a sale, so I picked up a new one. So this is what it looks like brand new, so that I have a new one ready to go once I've finished this. But normally this is what it has inside the little filter part. It's got the sticker on there to make sure nothing gets in there for now. I really like this. It blurs my skin. It gives me the hydration that my skin needs. It's got skincare benefits in here, and it lasts through my hot flushes really, really well, and it never looks really cakey or anything like that. So this is absolutely amazing, and I love the scent of this as well. It's just got a slight scent, but it smells edible almost. So this is my favorite powder, so I will be keeping that. Now, she actually just released a new version of the same powder. So it is the same formula, however, it is now in a pressed version. So I was so excited when this was announced. I jumped on, I got VIP access, and I purchased it straight away. So this is what it looks like. It's the same powder, and then underneath here you get your little powder puff to apply it. But it is really nice that she's made a pressed formula now, because you can carry this in your bag for touch-ups. It did have a little mirror up here as well. So yeah, I'm super excited that she brought it out in this formula. I haven't used the pressed formula yet because I've not been anywhere where I've needed it yet. But it is exactly the same as the loose version, just pressed. So I'm going to be keeping my Nakia Joy Cosmetics powders. I'm going to give this to a friend, and I'm going to probably donate these 3 if your friends or family don't want them. So I hope you enjoyed that declutter. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.